Okay, and we're recording. Welcome back, Craig. It's been a long hiatus, another month between episodes. Sorry, fans. I know you've been itching to hear us, but we're back, back for episode 4.
We've been on a sabbatical. David has moved. He's starting his big boy job. How does it feel to be an adult?
Feels weird. I don't think I'm ready for it. I moved into my own apartment. I have no roommates for the first time in my life, um, and I'm starting a full-time job. Yeah, I'm finally gonna make a little bit of money rather than pay Drake an arm and a leg. So that's nice.
That's awesome. And you just got back from a vacation too. You look tan.
Yep, small vacation with Nate Morehauser and my sweet mother. So that was nice. Went down to Florida, spent a week there, so it was a good time.
Do you see any crazy, or do you have any crazy Florida stories? Or am I jumping the gun? Are you going to get to any of those?
I don't know. That's a good point. I think anytime you're in Florida, there's just bizarre things happening left and right. So a lot of the times you're just kind of used to it. You know, you're like when you're submerged in the environment of Florida, you just kind of shake it off. So we saw a lot of crazy things, that's for sure. But maybe for a later episode.
Okay.
Speaking
Sounds
of
good to me.
vacations, it sounds like you have a little vacation coming up.
Yep. I'm going to Lake Tahoe with the fam, taking a week off of work. Just going to do a lot of hiking, disc golfing, some drinking. So that'll be fun.
Nice. Yeah. You deserve it. You've been working your butt off. So you enjoy that vacation, Craig. And then we'll be back in probably about 2 weeks for the next episode.
Sounds good. We
Uh,
have a
speak,
lot to reflect on.
Speaking of disc golf, I'm actually thinking about taking that up. So maybe
You should.
someday you'll have to teach me some pointers virtually. Might be tough, but
Yeah. I can't wait for disc golf to be a regular on your grinds or gears, because I'm sure it wouldn't be.
it probably
It's,
will be.
it's
Yeah.
easier than real golf.
Well, I'm excited to make it regular on my grinds my gears. But speaking of that, good segue into grinds my gears. I'm assuming. Do you have any this week? I'm assuming no.
No, but reading your notes, I bounced. A rare occurrence. I think we'll have to go back to the archives to see if I've actually ever agreed with your grinds or gears. But this one I know I'm going to, so we can talk about that.
Okay. First and foremost, it's going to be a technology heavy grinds my gears this week. Getting logged out of any apps or websites definitely grinds my gears because I have like all my stuff on my Apple laptop. It's all like saved on the password, function, and on my phone, it's all saved on the password function. And if I don't have that stuff, I'm lost. And I can't tell you how many times I had to do like forgot me your password because, and I have them written down somewhere, but sometimes you have to change it or do different characters or something like that. And if I lose those, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, I agree. I am perpetually worried about like getting hacked and then having to change all my passwords because they're all the same. And that would suck having to change literally everything. I also, my number one life hack to like a 7-year-old would be come up with a normal, cool password that you're going to use for the rest of your life. Because I still use like a password from when I'm like was 8. And like whenever I tell my password to someone, they just like can't stop laughing. Like it's stupid.
It's super lame.
So yeah,
Okay,
it has the word, yeah, it has to do with being a beast. So
okay. That's okay. No problem with that. 8-year-old
yeah,
Craig was just a little cocky, I guess.
yeah, super cocky. I got like a Nike shirt. And I was like, oh, this is so sick. You know, ones that have the big bold, letters. Made you thought that you were all that.
No, I think I had a couple shirts that said Beast on it too. That was Nike's big thing, like when we were kids. I don't know what that
Yeah.
was, but yeah, I had one of those too. But that's funny. No, but this was brought to light because today I had to go into work to fill out some paperwork, and they put a laptop in front of me and had me log into like my account through the VA, and I had no idea what my password was. Like, I'm trying not to do what you did and like have different passwords for everything, and I was completely lost. I just looked like an idiot. So I had to forgot my password, log into my Drake email, get the forgot my password thing on there, reset my password all in front of him. It was just super awkward. So
That's awesome.
okay,
And this was at at the place you're working next week or starting work.
correct,
It's like
correct.
extra embarrassing. Like,
Extra
man,
embarrassing.
we hired the wrong guy.
That's exactly what they were thinking. Yeah, they were like whispering, nudging each other. They were like, "Let's get this guy out of here."
How can we trust this guy to dish out medicine when he can't remember his own password?
Yeah, it was a tough scene. Tough scene. My next one, I don't know if you've ever encountered anything like this. You're darting, or it's that time of year you're at a cookout, you're doing something fun with family or friends, and somebody's on the aux, everything's going smooth. They're playing good music, but they don't have a premium account. And next thing you know, when the party's just at the peak vibes, an ad comes on, and it just ruins everything.
Yeah, fortunately I feel like I haven't encountered this one too much because the people who just tend to be on aux tend to have premium, but it's definitely happened and it definitely sucks.
Very
Did this happen
awkward.
recently for you?
Yeah, it did. And I wrote it down on my phone when it happened, but now I cannot remember where or when it happened. But it definitely grinded my gears enough for me to go on my phone and type it in. And because, it's happened to me numerous times where like, why are you on the aux if you don't have premium account? And that used to be like my biggest fear when I didn't have premium. Like someone had asked me to go on the aux, and next thing you know, like there's just ad after ad after ad, and the whole party's ruined. So I'm glad that I at least forked over the money for premium accounts just in case that does ever happen to me.
Good, good. What's your go-to if you're on the aux? You got one song to play. Vibe is near the climax. What are you playing?
Don't Stop Believing. Once it's near the peak, you just got to hit them with that, and then everybody's singing along, and it's just a good time.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one.
All right. Okay, next segment, top three today. I wanted to bring this in. I was watching some sports. We got a lot of playoffs going on. We got NBA playoffs in full swing. We have NHL playoffs in full swing. MLB is going on. I love baseball. I know you're not as big of a baseball fan. Mini camps are starting for football. It's just a great time. Great time. USA soccer just beat Mexico. That's my soccer
That
knowledge.
was huge. Yeah, I'm surprised you mentioned that. But yeah, that was a fun game. But
Yep.
we don't have to talk about soccer.
The PLL, Pro Lacrosse League, they're going on right now. So the Water Dogs, they're making comebacks here. But anyways, the top three today for this one is sports fans. I wanted you to think of the top. When you watch games on TV, or you go to a game and you look around you, left or right. I want you to think of the top sports fans that you see. What comes to mind as your top three. It doesn't have to be in order today, because mine aren't going to be in order, but just your top three.
Yeah. So the first one that came to my mind is an easy one. It's just the shirtless fan. Generally has a little bit of a gut, probably more hair than we'd like to see. But I think, we were talking about vibes earlier. It wouldn't seem like a fun game if there wasn't some shirtless guy.
No, that's fair. And I agree. I think that if you're going to be the shirtless guy, all power to you. I think it just gets the people going, but you almost have to have a gut. Like it's kind of required. Like don't be the guy that's shirtless and has like an 8-pack. Like don't be that guy.
No, that's stupid. Yeah. That's my least favorite sports fan.
Yeah. You have to have some girth to you if you're going to be the shirtless guy at a sporting event for sure.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go. We'll alternate here. We'll alternate.
Yeah.
Mine will have to be starting off. I would say grown men that bring baseball gloves to games. I think that just nothing gets me going like watching grown men just wear their mitt to the game and just be all excited about it. One exception I will make to this one is if it's a dad with a kid and the kid has his glove and wanted the dad to bring a glove. Okay, that's okay. I can deal with that. But when it's just like a grown man by himself, or like two grown men that are going to a game together and they both have gloves, oh man, that makes me laugh.
Yeah. Have you ever caught a ball at a game?
No, I have not. I have had one land in my seat on my way back from getting concessions.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, but that's it. I've never caught one. But if I do, I'm gonna catch it with my bare hands.
That's fair. Like a true intramural champion would.
Or my dream would be to catch it in a beer and then finish the beer. If I was on
That would be
the
sick. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Splash all over you, but you still.
Yeah, all over the people in
You'd be a
front of me
legend.
and stuff. I'm just pounding it. Yeah, that'd be cool.
We'd have to change our show from Peaked in College to Peaked at the baseball stadium.
Absolutely, yeah. Peaked at an Iowa Cubs game.
That's a good one.
All right,
My next one. Yeah, it's fitting because I'm wearing a shirt My second favorite kind of sports fan is any fan that dislikes Jimmy Butler. I'm not going to get into it too much, but if you know, you know. Call Rachel Nichols, Jimmy.
Okay,
Enough said.
excellent. Yeah, Jimmy Butler's.
Anyways, I like fans who dislike villains. Like there are sports villains, and sports villains are important. Every fan base has a couple athletes that they dislike, and that's overall good for the sport. But I like bonding with other sports fans to hate against a common villain.
So is that guy Jimmy Butler for you?
Yeah, hands down.
Mine is definitely LeBron James.
A lot of people would agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I feel like and Aaron Rodgers, future Jeopardy host
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Future quarterback in the Denver Broncos.
That would be nice. Okay, I will go next. Mine, my next one will be people that have foam fingers. I'm a big foam finger guy. I love sports fans that just wave around their foam fingers because every time, as a kid, when you see the foam fingers, you just want it so bad. Or if like have you ever been to like a T-Wolves game where like you're behind the basket and they hand out like foam, things to swing around?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those things are awesome.
Yeah. I don't know how much it costs franchises to like give that stuff out to fans, but it totally makes it so much better for the fans. It's so much fun.
Yeah. And if you can go home with like a little foam thing, I don't know how long I kept like stupid foam sticks from Bucks games, but like way too long. Like because they're just cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, it's part of the memory. Like sports games are awesome, and just to bring home something to help you remember that is totally worth it.
Absolutely. All right, you're next.
My last one is just grandparents. So like I loved when my grandparents came to my games. I also love when just like older people in general are at sporting events. Oftentimes they're the most locked in and the most loyal fans. So shout out to the grandparents.
Yeah, no, that's a great one. Grandparents are always very supportive. They don't care whether you go up there, go 0 for 4, go 0 for 10 in basketball, go whatever, throw 3 picks in football. They're just there to support you, really. So shout out grandparents. Thank you for going to games.
For sure.
Mine's a little different than that. My last one is going to be fans that go to sporting events, like grown adults that like have face paint, body paint, costumes, like all that stuff, the whole 9 yards. Those fans they put a smile on my face when I see the camera pan to these fans that are like screaming at the top of their lungs. And they have like at a Raiders game, they got spikes on their shoulders or like, I don't know, something crazy, but they're always painted up and it just makes me laugh.
For sure. Yeah. Bringing it back to soccer so I live in Louisville and there's a minor league men's football club and now professional women's club. I haven't been to one of those games, but the fans that go to that are just awesome. They're basically like a marching band that they like parade around for an hour before the game. They like light off like firecrackers after a goal and like half of them are shirtless, painted. And it's an awesome atmosphere. And I hope that other American sports fans take note of that.
Yeah. Soccer fans, I got to give it up to them. Soccer fans got to be probably the best fans in the world. I mean, they just go nuts over the game. And I respect that and I like it. And it's good. It's good for sports having crazy fans.
For sure.
And it's nice that we have sports fans back in the stadiums with COVID kind of getting resolved here and having fans back. A lot of stadiums are 100%. So the atmospheres are getting crazy, and that's just awesome to see. But
I didn't realize how much I missed it, and I felt like the fake crowd noise like actually smoothed things over a lot better than I expected. But now that like you can actually tell like, holy smokes, the Bucks are on fire, the crowd is going nuts. It just gives me more hype to watch from home.
Yeah, absolutely. Like definitely NBA is a big one that I've noticed is like the bubble versus now. It's like the atmospheres are awesome. Like I just remember NBA playoffs to me are like you go, there's all the t-shirts colored like hanging over the chairs for people to get in. They all throw them on. It's like a whiteout, at an OKC Thunder game or I don't know. I just love fans at NBA playoff games and hockey's nuts always. Like MLB, every time there's dingers, people go crazy. Like, oh, I just love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think
definitely makes it more fun.
Football's going to be electric.
Yeah, football's going to be nuts. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Yeah. All right. Should we move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So I want you to do this one. You got a little segment for us. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is the red flag segment where I talk about something that just if someone has this tendency, it's a red flag that something's off. Just I just don't trust them. And this week, I'm sorry if you don't know what an IPA is, that's a red flag to me. It's 2021. Good beer's been around for 15 years. Get with the times. And yeah, well, depending on the area, maybe 10 years, 5 years, some places
Well,
even more recent than that.
I was rolling my eyes at the good beer comment. That's pretty subjective.
Fair enough. And I'm not saying you have to like IPAs. I get having a different flavor profile, but if you're at a party and you're drinking, a can that says IPA across the front, someone's like, oh, like, I've never heard of that kind of beer. What's that? And I have to go, an India Pale Ale. It's like a little bit more bitter. Like you probably won't like it if you've never had one before. Like I'm saying that to that person and then turning around and not talking to them.
Yeah, no, you got to cut them off right then and there if they don't know what it is. It's like asking kind of like what's a vodka cran or like a Captain and Coke. It's like, come on, these are
Right.
like the bare minimum we're asking here for you. We're not asking you to go walk up to the thing and ask for like a crazy drink. Like, come on, it's an
Right.
IPA. We
Yeah.
know it just tastes bad. Just don't worry about what it is or what it stands for. Just don't ask for it.
Amen.
Yep. All right. Any other red flags for you, Craig?
I've got one, but let's save it for next week or for the next show. It has to do with furry critters.
Okay.
It's a little sneak preview.
I like it. All right. Well, that's in store for a couple weeks from now then. So I wanted to discuss, you kind of hinted at it earlier, but I have moved to a new city. I helped my girlfriend move a couple weeks ago. So I wanted to discuss with you moving. And this is kind of like, an extended grinds my gears because all I got to say is moving sucks, man. I hate moving.
Yeah, moving is the worst. It never stops. You never feel settled until like a year later. And by that time, you're probably moving again.
Yeah.
And it's expensive. You ruin stuff.
How long?
So did you hire people?
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. See, these are technology problems of doing this, these videos. But anyways, to answer your question, no, I did not hire anyone. My girlfriend had movers, but they're just like super slow. So I was trying to help them get the process going because they're hourly. Like
Yep.
movers should not be hourly because if you think about it, like they can just sit there and like do nothing and just work super slow and then charge you as much as they want. Like it should be by the job. They should like get there and kind of quote you at how much it is and how much it's going to take. And that's what it should be because hourly is like such a ripoff, I think.
Yeah, they've no incentive to like get everything in quick.
No, yeah. The only thing I can think of is like getting more jobs done in one day. But if you could do 2 jobs all day long for the same amount of money as 8 jobs, why not do 2 jobs?
Right.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
I never understood that. But no, I did not get movers personally. I drove, just packed my car as high up as I could go while safely seeing through the rearview mirror. And then my parents drove and met me here in our minivan. So whatever could fit in there is what I brought. And I'm starting to get a little bit settled here, but moving sucks, man. The physical like strain of moving the actual stuff in, that's terrible. Getting everything like unpacked and organized, that's terrible. Like, I don't know. Not to be negative, but moving sucks.
Oh no, for sure. That's another one where I actually agree with your negativity. I just need to ask because I don't peg you as a big furniture guy. Do you have a TV stand yet?
I do have a TV stand, yes. You think I
I'm
would just have it
impressed.
on
Good
like
for you.
a cardboard box or something?
Yeah, I was thinking like cardboard box. You have like a foldable lawn chair in front of it.
Yeah. No, I did. I do have a couple foldable lawn chairs. They're in the closet right now, but in case, in case you come to visit or something, I got a lawn chair for you if you need it. So,
Perfect.
yep. So, once you get settled, it's nice, but the whole process of moving just is a big headache and a strain on the body and everything, on the knees and the back. And it's just not fun, especially if you're in like you know, high up apartment with no elevator or something like that. It makes for a long weekend.
It's the worst. I got one quick story. So naturally, when I moved into my apartment, I had to buy a whiskey barrel. Like that's just the decor. Like it didn't feel right until I bought one. Little did I know that those are like 200 pounds, and I was just moving it by myself. And so like I
Full?
got out of my car. Huh?
You bought
No,
it
it was
full?
empty.
200 pounds empty?
Yeah, let me Google how much a whiskey barrel weighs.
What? Wow, that blows my mind. 200 pounds?
Um, maybe it's not that much. It felt like that much. 110. So I was exaggerating by about
It's
twice as much.
still pretty
But
heavy.
and it's big. Like it's they're I can't just pick it up. So what was easy was get out of my car, use gravity, lower to the ground. That's fine. It's just wood. If it gets all dented, that's fine. And then I roll it. So the rolling is the easy part. But getting it up the stairs, that was the worst because it was wider than the stairs were wide. So I couldn't just like roll it up. And I ended up scuffing up all of the staircase because the barrel barely fit. So yeah, and I basically broke my back.
No elevator at your place either?
No, we're just one floor up. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's brutal. No elevator is brutal. My girlfriend was third floor, no elevator, so that made for a long day and a sore back the next day for sure. But you'll have to send me a picture of the whiskey barrel. I'm interested in to see what it looks like. But that's a pretty cool piece,
I
though.
will. Yeah, yeah, we can maybe do like a decor segment next show.
Yeah, because I need some tips because as you can see, I got a blank wall here. I got maybe next episode there will be something behind me. Well, we'll see. It'd be like one of
I
those sports shows when they like change their background every time. Maybe I'll just start doing that.
Yeah, that'll be good. Little Adam Schefter bookcase or something.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so what do you think? How are we doing on time here?
Should we wrap up with? I know you just bought a car. You want to quick talk about that?
Sure. Let's talk about cars. Yeah. Cars is another headache. I got to say right now too, especially like one of these episodes, I want to talk about like house buying. Like I obviously haven't bought a house. I moved into an apartment, but like people our age are buying houses now, and the housing market is insane. So, and little did I know that the car market is insane as well, the used car market. So I
Used
was
car
just,
market is also.
I was driving my old car, and it's always kind of been a little bit of a clunker for me, but uh, pretty reliable too, I guess. Like it took me on long journeys. Shout out Nate. We went to the Grand Canyon in her and stuff like that. But long story short, the catalytic converter went out, and they quoted me at like $4,000 to replace, and the car
They steal.
was
Someone steal it or did it go
no,
out?
no, it wasn't a Ben Schultz stolen catalytic converter. It was
Okay.
it just went out. So I wish someone would have stole it. Essentially, could have got some insurance on it. But anyways, so I said, no, thank you, sir. Just change the oil, please. It is not worth that. So we basically started going car shopping and ended up buying something. But that's a headache, like buying cars, doing all the financing of it, and like looking around, especially when there's not much available. Like going to set up a time to test drive it. Like it's a big decision because it's a lot of money, and like cars have not been good to me in the past. So it was stressful trying to figure out, what would make it last and things like that. But I would say just like anything having to do with a car is just a headache and tough on the wallet.
Yeah, it's a good summary.
But
And like,
it is fun. It's fun to drive a new car, like a different like new car to you. Like it's something that you haven't drove before, and like I'm grateful to have it, and like now hopefully it'll last me a few years down the road. So it's not all negatives, but it's a stressful process for sure.
and we also I feel like take cars for granted for the most part. Like it's nice to drive a new car, but in like 6 months, you're gonna forget that it's like nice to have, and you're gonna start complaining about your car, and like
Yeah.
and you're still paying money on it, so it's like a double negative.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to be positive on the whole thing. Like it's been amazing to me. Like so far, I mean, it's been nice to drive, and I'll try to be positive throughout the experience. It's just like anytime you deal with cars, like especially older cars, like that when they have problems, like every time I think I tweeted something like this. Like every time you go to just get like an oil change, they tell you there's like 100 things wrong with it, and tell you like hundreds of dollars worth of repairs and stuff like that. It's like, come on, man, just like don't even open the hood. Just like do what you can, like change the oil and just get it out of there. Like I know there's problems. Like I can hear the problems as I'm driving, but just like let's not worry about that right now, all right?
Life's hard enough right now. I didn't need a mechanic to tell me
Yeah, exactly. Like I
all
know
the
there's
stuff that's
problems.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for now it's gonna be good. Like no problems yet. I got a little warranty on it so far. So like if there are problems in the next, short period of time, then it'll be covered. So there are positives to the story and this episode. So not all negatives, but I'm just kind of telling you that experience and how that went. So
Awesome. Yeah. No, cars are another stressful thing. Should we wrap up with what to maybe, like, this is kind of a good segue in our to the moon segment, whereas if you do have car problems, we'll see if Dogecoin could save you or not.
yeah. Yep. So let's see.
So
Last time we discussed me missing out on investing in Doge. And I told you how bad I felt like I was missing out. You told me that it was a bad idea. So I invested this hypothetical, what do we say, $1,000?
yeah, let's do $1,000.
$1,000. I did not invest that. Obviously, I don't have the money for that right now. But please explain to me and the viewers what would have happened to that $1,000.
Yeah, if you would have invested $1,000 on May 6th, you would have lost $552 as of today. So good thing you didn't invest. Not to the moon yet, but by next show, maybe you would have made some money.
Yeah. Yeah, good thing I did not invest. And Josh McInerney texted me like immediately after we posted the show and was like, "Do not invest in Dogecoin." so, so Josh McInerney, my unofficial financial advisor, advised me against it. So, thank you to you, thank you to Josh. I appreciate it, guys.
No problem.
All right, anything else you want to add for this week, Craig?
I think this was all I got planned. All I had planned.
Okay, sounds good. I think it was a good, quick, efficient episode. We got a lot talked about in a short period of time. I hope you enjoy your vacation with the family. Take some time off. Don't worry about the show. Just we'll worry about that in a couple weeks.
And try and remember your password day one, this Monday.
Yes, I will study my password so that I don't look like an idiot again.
Awesome. Good seeing you, David.
All right, buddy.